Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. 2017 was a great year. We had lots of adventures. Me, my dog, my buddies, my wife. 2018 is going to be even better. So I hope you subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and enjoy what you're about to see. Good morning. This is not going to be amazing to most of you, but I'm walking. Some of you may go, wow, because 30 days ago I had my legs cut off. Yeah, well, I had knee replacement, which means they did a lot of whacking on them. This video you're going to see is telling you my experiences, because when I started checking things out, there was people that said, oh, you're going to be in pain for a year, and you're going to be in therapy forever, and then other people say you'll be up and out of there today. Well, this is my experience. It wasn't a day, that's for damn sure, and it ain't no year. This is 30 days. I'm walking, and I was told yesterday by my therapist I need to do a lot of walking now. You'll hear about the exercise, you hear about everything else, you hear about the drugs. You're going to have you on all kinds of drugs, and every one of the drugs have a side effect. Nothing really bad, except for you go to sleep on them when they give you them all, and then you're supposed to be exercising. It's hard to sleep while you're laying in bed tied down and drugged up, so you got to fight through that. And some of the pills they give you are going to cause constipation. That ain't no fun when you've got your legs all messed up. But I did both my knees, and this is a story about that. One knee would be totally different. But the therapist told me yesterday if I'd have just done one, I still wouldn't have been healed up from that one. The way it is, I'm 97% bend on my legs, and I got a 3% of straightening them out. So they're almost straight. One of them is straight, the other is 3% behind. So anyway, this is the story about what I did with the knees, the bilateral knee replacement. If you're not going to get your knees replaced, this is going to be real boring. I would stop right here. But if you know somebody that is, or you are, you might want to watch the whole thing. It's going to be quite long. I think 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. But like I said, you can stop now if you don't want to know about knee replacement, because that's all this is about. Hope you enjoy it a little bit and get a lot of information. Well, first thing we ought to talk about is, do you need new knees? In my case, 20 years ago, I felt my knee pop, and it started getting uncomfortable from then on. I went to see the doctor, and I tried everything there is to try. There's lots to try, and please try it all before you do any kind of surgery. Go see your doctor, see if he can give you injections, which they gave me. Cortisone injections. They got other things you can do. My cortisone injections lasted longer than most, because as soon as they give them to you, your pain's gone. I hopped down off the table, and then I started exercising, going around the block, walking everywhere, and it will last a long time, sometimes up to a year. But after 7 or more shots, it stopped working. So I went to the doctor, and they looked at my knee, and it was full of arthritis and bone spurs. I couldn't walk hardly anymore. If I didn't walk my dog early in the morning, I couldn't walk him at all. So it was getting bad, and I wanted to continue with my life. So I knew I had to do something. So I went in, and they checked it out. So, yes, I needed it. But make sure you need it before you go to all through this pain just because you got a little ouch. Make sure it's really bad. But then again, don't wait till your bone is decayed so bad they can't do it. So check with your doctor, get your x-rays, get their opinion. Most doctors won't do both knees at once. Maybe you'd only need one knee done anyway. If you decide you need both knees done, most doctors will do one and then 6 weeks later do the other. The reasoning for not doing both of them at the same time is it is rough. That's what I had done. 2 at once. I didn't know much about it, that's why I'm making this video. The only reason I did both of them at the same time was because the doctor said I was a prime candidate for that. My health was good, and I was not overweight. So you got to have them 2 things. You got to have good upper body strength to do 2. It's best to have that even for 1, because you're going to be using your arms a lot through this whole thing. So he thought I could do it all. So I agreed. Did I do the smart thing? I don't know. It's been a long, tough road. Usually 2 weeks after they do, or it depends on the person, they will do the second one. It's been a month now, and as you seen earlier, I can walk, but I would have been already, first knee would have been pretty good shape, and the second knee probably would have been in good shape. Otherwise, I don't know where I would have been. I can only speak for my double knee replacement. So the point is, make sure you need the operation, check with a good doctor, and think twice before you do 2 of them at once. A lot of doctors won't do it anyway. But make sure you're in good health, strong, and willing to put up with the pain, because there definitely is pain. Well, you've decided to do it. You're going to drop the hammer, as they say. You're going to get 1 or 2 knees replaced. I don't know about doing 2 at a time. Like I said, you do 2 at a time, you ain't got 1 to stand on. You understand that? So, well, they're going to take a hammer to your legs. They're going to take a saw to your legs. They're going to saw your bones right off. There's videos on there that shows you what they do. I would not look at those. I have not looked at those. I don't want to look at those. Even the doctors recommend you don't look at those. It'll probably make you run the other way, because it's no pleasure. But let's talk about what you need to do before the surgery. Well, you got a lot of things to get ready. You got to have handrails to get into your house, get out of your house. They'll teach you how to go up and down stairs and stuff, but you can't do it without a handrail. I barely did it with one, but like I said, 2 knees is different than 1. So you need a handrail. You need exercise equipment like the bicycle behind me. You're going to need all these other things that's going to be flashing up here on the screen. You're going to need a way to get to the bathroom. Maybe you can't even get into your bathroom door with a walker, because that's probably what they'll send you home with. But if you don't, and you can get through there, at least you need something on the stool high enough that you're not dropping down and then trying to get back up. You're going to need a shower stool. You're not going to be able to stand up and shower. You're going to need all these things that's flashed up here. We ended up using the commode, took the bucket out of it and used it for a shower stool also. It seemed to work best. I'm still using it today because I don't feel good enough about standing up and trying to take a shower. No big deal. They say I got another month before the swelling goes down and I can really get around good anyway. But those are some of the things you're going to need as far as objects. You're going to need all those objects I said. Plus, you're going to need to go to classes. They have classes probably at your hospital or any surgical place that you can go to, and they will tell you everything you need. Like ice is your friend. You want to keep everything iced. They didn't tell me that you need to keep it elevated, but I knew that. Listen to what they say. Do everything they say. Do everything. They will want you to work out ahead of time. They will want you to do the exercises so you can get your body prepared for what's going to happen. So do those. Do all the exercises over and over and over and over again. But that's what you want to get ready, get mentally ready. Also, it's the scariest thing I've ever done. And it was that way right up to still is. But get everything ready around your house. Think about what you can do and what you can't do if you can't move properly. They sent me home in a wheelchair even. I had that. I never hardly used it except for around in the house sitting in it. It was easier to sit in than trying to slide a chair out. It's gone now. I sent it back a few days ago. But also, if you can't get in and out of your vehicle, figure out some way to get back and forth to them doctor's appointments. I ended up using a bus because they have a ramp. I did that a couple times, and by that time I was able to bend and get into my Jeep. So my wife's been taking me. But just look around the house. What do you need? They'll also tell you at that class what you better get ready. So do that. Prepare yourself for what's going to happen. Well, let's talk about Operation Day. Hopefully you can hear me over the noise. Thought I'd just get out here in the fresh air. The day before your operation, you want to drink lots of water, get hydrated. That's what they told me to do, and that's what I did. Now, in my opinion, you want to get that operation scheduled for as early as you can on a Monday morning. Be the first one. And you're going to see why I'm saying that. By when I got mine done. Mine was scheduled for Wednesday, and it was scheduled for after noon or thereabouts. So I got there at 9, waited 3 hours in the prep room, nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. You know what that is. But they wheeled me in there, finally. My wife was there with me. They wheeled me in. And got me all buck-ass naked. They set me up on the operating table, I guess it was. Because the last thing I remember is they told me to lean my head over, and they gave me a spinal block. It also gave me some other kind of drug to make me drowsy. Really knocked me out is what it did. And that's the last thing I remember is bending over. They said there'd be a pinch. In 4 hours later, the surgery was over. And I was headed towards my room. I don't remember any of this. My wife told me about this. They got me to my room, so we're talking 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The therapist has already gone home. So there was no way I was going to get therapy that first day, which I was in a lot of pain. So you're going to wake up from this. Luckily, you're going to wake up and you're going to have friends and family around you, which I did, which thank you very much, every one of you. I don't remember them being there, vaguely. I remember them being there, but I don't remember talking to them, and they stayed till quite late in the evening with me. But you're going to wake up, they're going to have these things on your legs that squeezes your legs. And that's to keep the blood clots from happening. What it does is it exercises your legs so that by squeezing them, it makes like if you're walking on them. And that's on from your knees down. They'll have these things that just pulsate, and that'll keep the blood clots. You don't want blood clots. That's what causes strokes. So you'll have those on you. They'll be all tied down, and you'll be laying there, and you ain't gonna feel nothing from your waist down because that spinal block that they give you right before surgery, it numbs everything. Not numbs it, it just stops it. So your bowels, kidneys, none of that's working. Another thing you're going to wake up with is a catheter. If you've never had one of those, they're uncomfortable. That's for sure. And here's the problem with the catheter. Once they put that inside you, it goes up into your, I don't know what they call it, but your on and off valve for peeing. And then it balloons up. Well, when they pull that out later on, they did that the next day, they pull that out, it takes a while for that muscle to start doing its job. But you're going to wake up, that's what you're going to wake up to. A lot of pain. And the pain is not going to be in your knees. You're not going to, I mean, there's some there, but mainly it's the muscles all around where they've done it. Now, when you're on the operating table, they put you all together and they take saws and cut things off and chisel off all the, in my case, bone spurs, get rid of the arthritis. My knees look like brand new. There's a picture right here of before. You can see all the arthritis and how that it just looks gobbledygooked. That's what it looked like before. They cleaned it all up, put in the brand new steel knees with the plastic attachments, chrome I might add. There's a picture of the attachment, and then here's a picture of my knees now, much cleaner looking. So that's what you come out with. Now you're not gonna, in my case, my day was done. So that's not good, because you want to get up and walking as soon as you can. So that was the first day, and we'll go on here to the second day, because the first day wasn't much to it. Second day they got me out of bed, finally, in the morning sometime. I was on a lot of pain meds. They tried to get me out of bed by swinging my legs over, unhooking me from all that crap, swinging my legs over, but my blood pressure dropped so drastically they threw me back into bed because I turned white as a ghost and they were worried. Put me back in there, and then that second day was spent all day just trying to get the pain under control. I had, I'm not going to mention I'll mention the one I didn't want to take. That was Oxycontin. They had all these drugs lined up, and they were trying them all. The Oxy I kept turning down, and you know why. None of us want to be hooked on that stuff. So the second day, that was spent doing that. Once again, no exercise, not getting out of the bed. So the third day came around. We had the pain under control with 3 medications. And I ain't going to say what ones, because your doctor may use different ones, but they will get your pain under control. So now we're talking surgery day, the day after surgery, and the day after that. We got myself out of bed, and they got me over to a chair. Did it hurt? Yeah, but I didn't really think it hurt as bad as I had expected. Matter of fact, the joint itself has never really hurt. Like I said, it's everything around it. I get a spike of pain through it once in a while. That's what you got to expect. You got to get out of bed as soon as they'll let you out. So the second day or third day, all I got was into the chair in the same room. Walked across, sat in it. Had a walker. Got in there. So that's that day. Finally, the next day, let's see, surgery day, after that, fourth day, I finally got up, and they asked me if they thought I could walk out of my room and across the hall to the wall and then back. Or no, just to the wall, excuse me. And I said, I'd give it a try. Now, you want to do your best on everything you do. So I walked out to the wall. They said, well, you can sit down now. I said, no. I walked back in the wall. I think that was a total of 52 steps. They were happy that I did that. I was happy that I got that done. So that's the first 4 days. Now I stayed in that room. By the end of them days, there was nobody there. It's weekend. So I'm not getting any therapy people coming in, because they're cut down on their staff on the weekends. So that's what I'm saying. Get it done on Monday, so you got all the staff there with you for the full week. So we'll cut this part off right here. That's what you do. You got to get out. You got to get walking as soon as you can, and do not do it on a Wednesday. Do it on a Monday. If you got to postpone or make it later or whatever, trust me, do it on a Monday. And then you'll have all the people there working with you all week long. And that'll be very helpful in your rehab. Now, if I'd have got one leg done, Wednesday probably would have been okay, because probably by Friday, Sunday at the latest, I'd have been out of there. But not with two. So keep in mind, I'm talking about two. So that's your 4 days right after the surgery. So this is what your legs will look like once they take all the bandages off. They'll have it ace bandaged all the way up past your incision. These band-aids they put on here are waterproof. They stayed on my knees for 14 days. You can see the knee-high stockings. They're also placed on there for the same reason as the squishy device. I don't even know what they called it. It was a pump of some sort, but that keeps your blood clots from happening. It keeps the pressure going upwards. They're called tech socks, I believe, and they're tighter than, man, they're tight. So you're going to look like this when you get out of there. Well, when you first get out of surgery, you're not even going to be able to lift your legs up. They're going to tell you lift them up, and you can't lift nothing up. But slowly all the feeling comes back, and you're able to lift your legs up. And it's slow. It's baby steps. So don't expect to just jump right out of bed. It ain't going to happen. They sent me to therapy after this. Like I said, I stayed in that other room till I think it was Monday. Insurance problems and everything else. Finally, they got me transferred to a therapy ward where I could get some actual therapy. I had 3 hours of therapy every day for 4 days. And then they finally sent me home in the wheelchair. So after that, we got out of the hospital and started my out therapy, which is done quite well. As you've seen, I'm walking now after the 30 days, and everything's progressing. But just remember, it's going to be baby steps, and work hard. Do every exercise they tell you to do, and do them over and over. I hope this video helps you out. I'll give another one later, once I'm walking and getting around well. If there's any other problems, I'll note that at that time. But for right now, everything seems to be going smoothly. Baby steps. I'm able to ride the bicycle now, stationary bicycle that is, and that's really good for your knees if you can get on that thing and just make revolutions small as you can. It took a long time just to get it to make one revolution, and now I can do it quite easily with both knees. So, like I said, I hope this video helps you out. It's long and it's boring to anybody that's not going to have your knees done, but if you're going to have them done, this is what to expect. Thanks for checking it out.